Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to the CTL cast with myself and Camaril.
Hello.
So we'll be bringing you Formless Bearsloths versus Psionic Aftermath. This is all going to be casted from replays. Starting with
Okay, hi everyone.
set one here.
Welcome
To the CTL cast with myself. All right. So let's get going. We'll be loading in here. Game one on Whirlwind.
So this is a game I did actually see the replay of as I was trying to determine the list for yesterday's Choba Weekly, and can promise you it's got some good moments. It's certainly good.
Well, that's good. I haven't actually got to watch any of these games yet, so this will be my first time.
Nice.
This is the gold set. All right. Did you want to start us off here?
Sure thing. In the top left from Psionic's Gaming, we have Thanatos.
Nice. And down here in the bottom left, we have playing for Formless Bearsloths. It's huge, baby.
This is also technically Jaeger flavor, but much better name, frankly. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that sounds a lot more epic. All right, they're both playing Zerg. I don't. What race do you play, Camaro?
Zerg, actually.
Oh, good. That means we'll at least have someone here who knows what the hell they're talking about.
Good. Both players going for pretty early pool, actually. Jaeger flavor even adding a gas onto it, so both of them going for something a little. It's weird because it's either super defensive or super aggressive, and it's depending how you use it. So
yeah, we'll see what happens to those larvae once that pool finishes. But
yeah,
neither player opting to go greedy here.
Yeah, both of them playing pretty aggressive to start off.
All right, so I have a feeling that Jaeger flavor here is probably going to be going for the more aggressive of the two.
Yeah, he's got the earlier gas. Just gives him a lot more options. He gets the faster speed. He gets faster banes.
Yeah.
Although, can't say Thanatos' gas is too far behind, but...
Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be one of those, like, very similar games where either one of the players is going to, like, die or they're going to normalize. Yeah, so we see it's Jaeger flavor putting down the hatchery at his natural already. Meanwhile, his opponent actually opts to go for the Baneling Nest.
So, Baneling Nest probably going to mean some aggression, especially because he's starting to get those lings out now. He's actually just making lings. There's no more larvae being used for drones.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be very aggressive. But we also see the Baneling Nest coming up here for Jaeger flavor as well. So you could have some defensive Banelings coming in.
Yeah, Overlord, unfortunately, we'll see the hatchery and not really survive it, probably. He does have the queen starting to chase him. Although he is off creep. Lings starting to make their way now to the main.
Yeah, that could be very dangerous, actually, if the Lings just decide to flood in. But looks like he's going to wait and just bank them up a bit here.
Yeah, actually, he just started speed, so he can't really be too aggressive.
This would actually be a really bad anti-timing if he were to go up here. Because, like, speedless Zerglings far from home will just get picked apart by speed Zerglings close to home.
Yeah. There's actually a lot of lings coming out now from Jaeger flavor, too.
Yeah.
Although he's actually a little late in making his hatchery as expansion. He's got the money for it, but his attention's elsewhere.
Ooh, Thanatos losing a decent amount of Zerglings here. And he might have seen speed just finish. It really depends where his eyes were. But,
yeah.
Ooh, we have... Oh, that's an Overlord getting picked
we have some secret banes, though.
Yeah, looks like Thanatos does spot those in. He should be able to cancel them before they finish. There we go.
Yep. Good try.
Yeah. That
I respect a try.
Yeah, that could have been pretty deadly. Alright.
But we got more and more lings coming across the map now for Jaeger flavor. They're going to come head on to more and more lings of Thanatos, but one player has speed. But not really using it to its full effect there.
Yeah. Thanatos' speed should finish up here in a second, and there it goes. It's morphing some Banes. We'll have to see what he wants to do with this. I mean, these are gold players. So, you know, they don't have the same knowledge of the game that, another person might have. And they like to think about things in their own way, I find.
Yeah. Because normally you would morph those if you're being aggressive, like it looks like he's doing to be here. You'd morph them next to your own base, or their base rather, but getting a good connection
Oh.
there. But he's gonna run into more Banes.
Really bad connections. And 3 for 2 Banes is not a good trade. More Lings coming in here. Ooh, nice split there.
That was a good one.
Yeah, those Baneling hits weren't as great, but still, he should be able to clean up these Lings here with reinforcements coming in. Will he opt to continue his aggression? Looks like just having some small Ling fights in the middle of the map for now.
Yeah, Thanatos, both players are just making Lings and Banes at this point. Although Jaeger Flavor is actually moving towards Lair now.
Yeah, this could be pretty good for him. He's playing very defensive too for this game. Like, he has 3 Spine Crawlers up in his main. More for a lot of Banes at home too.
Both players really low on workers, actually. 17, the current lead over 14, so... It's not like if he gets his lair done, he can immediately throw down the Spire. He doesn't even have the money for that.
Yeah, and if he does throw down the Spire, he doesn't have money for Mutalisks. It's just a never-ending trail of not having enough money.
But we do finally see that Roach Warren, which usually kind of signifies the end to the Ling Bane sort of skirmishes, because you can't really do much with Banes against Roaches.
Yeah.
So this game should, in theory, stabilize out soon.
Yeah, Thanatos has squeezed in some more drones. They're taking a very slight advantage at 21.
Oh, here come the Banelings actually up the ramp, and...
Oh, big hits there. That killed like 20, 30 Lings.
Yeah, now these Banes are actually free to just kind of go for the workers. There's really nothing to kill them. This Queen's shooting, the other one coming. He's going to focus that one down. He does get one, but he's going to fight with the drones.
Yeah, not the best idea, but...
Not the best idea, but he did kind of weirdly minimize his losses with that.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird to say, but it kind of actually worked out for him. He does have some Lings that just got cleaned up in the natural of his opponent, but Jaeger Flavor actually has a pretty large amount of Lings coming.
Yeah. We have a large amount of Lings coming across the map, as you said. A lot of Lings being produced by Thanatos here, and a couple Roaches too. He doesn't really have the money, though, to keep producing any like Roaches in large numbers. And even though Roaches are good against Lings, like Lings around on a couple of Roaches.
Yeah, he really needs a couple of Banes here, and he doesn't have them, and it's a little late to get them.
Yeah, these Queens here are going to get easily picked off. I think Jaeger Flavor will be right about to take this game here.
Yeah, it's looking like it. Kind of sweeping into the natural. Drone's just kind of getting killed. He's making 16 Lings, but I don't think Jaeger Flavor actually cares too much. He's just chasing the workers down.
Yeah.
And they're getting a good surround and just kind of killing all of them.
Yeah, building a lot of Banes in the natural or in the main here too. Yeah, I think
the Banes are clearly clicked on the hatchery, so hopefully they don't actually run into that.
And they will.
But he does save 2 of them, which...
Yeah, but Thanatos has 0 workers and not enough money to build any more.
Yeah, that'll be good. GG. Well played by Jaeger Flavor. Some very spicy Baneling connections.
Alright. So that's currently 1-0 for Formless Bearsloths. We'll head in here to game 2. Game 2 is the Platinum set.
So it's 1 Platinum set after this, then 3 Diamonds, then Masters, correct?
Yep.
Cool. So it looks like we're going into... Unfortunately, I can't see the races, but if I remember, this is a ZVP? Yes.
And
All right, spawning in the top left location from Psionic Gaming, we have Hobart.
All right, and spawning in the top. Sorry, or wait, fuck.
Top right.
Yeah, top right. We have SCPM.
Again, like I said yesterday, my favorite 6 letters in a row.
Yeah.
Just rolls right off the tongue.
All right. So let's see how this one turns out.
Looking to be just a 17 hatch from JJSCPM. I feel like that's the next way to shorten that, but I don't know.
Call him JJ.
Alright, so JJ going for a nice 17 hatch here. Pretty standard opening in ZVP. Looks like might get pylon blocked though. Actually, oh nope, there's the probe.
Yeah.
Just being annoying. Standard stuff Toss is looking to do here early. Just delay this hatch as much as it can. Let's see if he actually throws down a pylon here though. No, he's just gonna throw down his own Nexus, and that'll end that. So both players kind of doing the standard stuff opening wise.
Yeah, nothing too choosy yet. We did see, yeah, Nexus first here on this map too. That's interesting, especially with how short the rush distance is on this map. Definitely not something I'd feel comfortable doing.
Yeah, I guess it does kind of depend. For all we know, JJ is maybe a very macro player. Maybe Hobart's seen that and has decided, to open kind of risky and just not worry about it. We'll see what happens, obviously.
Yeah. All right. So pool's coming up here, almost done. Yeah, nothing too aggressive out of both players. It's probably going to go into a decently long game, unless someone decides to go for any mid-game trickeries. You never know what a Protoss player will do.
You never trust them, frankly. You're Terran, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. It would have been really awkward. Overlord will come in, see the 17 Nexus and the Cyber Core just going down, so he'll know he's pretty safe. He'll make the kind of standard number of roidlings just to defend from maybe a couple adepts, get some watchtowers, etc. But yeah, overall, very standard kind of opening to this game.
Yeah, Ling Speed's coming out here too, so he's probably not going to go straight into any Roach play. I like Zergs that favor that Ling style in ZVP. Seems a lot more flexible than going just straight for Roaches.
Yeah, it just kind of allows you to take control of the map if you really want to. Yeah, not a whole lot to say. I do gotta shout out I do like the Overlord speed this timing. We see some Zergs do this just to be absolutely sure they're not about to die to something ridiculous.
Yeah, very Dark-esque. I think a lot of Zergs look up to him.
Yeah. Actually getting a couple of nice probe kills off those Lings. He actually got 3, I believe.
Oh, wow. I didn't catch that, actually, but...
they slipped in the natural, it looks like. So very nice. You're usually not going to get anything off 4 Lings at this point.
Yeah.
But he found it. And looks like we are going to have a Glaive's timing, it looks like.
Yeah, with that Twilight Council coming up. We don't see a Robo just yet. He will have the money for it soon if he wants it. But yeah, that Overlord speed will come in handy here. He's
actually gonna
yeah, flies right over top of that. He should see it and know probably what's coming up.
It's actually weird because he chrono boosted the council, but I think he moved it back to his Nexus at some point.
Yeah, that's actually kind of, I guess, if he's seen the Overlord flying in, that's kind of smart. Because it's a lot more difficult to tell if it's upgrading if it doesn't have the chrono.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he actually planted that Stargate down right inside of the range of the Overlord right before it got out of the base. So JJ's will actually know about the Stargate.
Yeah. Interesting. I don't know what he's going to be doing with this Glaives and Stargate. Is he just going to go for Phoenix Adept, I guess?
Perhaps. Kind of a style we used to see a lot more than we do these days. Zerg's kind of figured it out how to beat it and such, so we don't really see it as much, but still a strategy.
Yeah.
It's always still a strategy.
And if you like it, sometimes you'll just find a way to make it work.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, for Zerg's side, we do have the Lair almost finished, as well as the Roach Warren, so he is ready to stop this Baneling coming down, which is, frankly, the correct answer to Adepts if you're going Ling style. And
JJ sees all these Adepts moving across the map. He's building Oracles, not Phoenix. So I guess he's just going for a very aggressive, harass-based style. We've seen a lot of Protoss players doing this in, recent years.
Yeah, that hatchery is actually taking a lot of damage from these Adepts. Not normally what you see Adepts being used for, but all the drones are down, so... You're coming to the Lings. The Adepts are actually focused on this, and they don't quite really see what's going on, but they are going to try to shade away. He's going to split them half and half. Nice control, actually. Unfortunately, his weird splits kind of ended up not working out too well because the ones that he sent up the ramp mostly died. They're going to get surrounded by drones and eventually killed off. But
yeah,
a lot of lost mining time, and actually, he's down 6 workers now.
Yeah,
so
he killed a decent amount of workers. I feel like he could have done a lot better though. If you look at those drones, a lot of them have half HP, and it looks like that Oracle's going to come in here and clean a lot of those up. That's a lot of workers killed.
Oh, that hurts to watch as a Zerg player.
Yeah. These queens should push this Oracle away, even if he doesn't really control it. Void Ray's being built back at home for the Protoss player, Hobart here. He's getting a whole 2 of them out.
Yeah. This might be because he feels like, I mean, when you know you've done that much damage, it might be a case of like, well, the only thing I'm going to actually die to is like a Roach Element at this point.
Yeah.
So, you know, why not defend against that?
Making sure he's nice and safe back at home.
I actually kind of like that playstyle.
Yeah.
Oracle does try to get more at the 3rd, but it will get chased off.
We have absolutely no drones at the main, actually. Yeah. 24 workers to 40. Like, that's a pretty big difference in ZVP. Generally, Zerg obviously like wants to have lots of workers, stay up in bases, but it's just not happening in this game.
Yeah. A lot of pylons coming out, a lot of workers coming out. So it looks like we will kind of see this game just slow back down. So we'll see. Actually, what'll be interesting is how Hobart chooses to transition out of this.
Yeah.
Because after you do that kind of damage, it's kind of your choice on how you want to. Do you want to just out-expand your opponent? Do you want to try to push in a couple of minutes later and end it? So we'll see what he decides to do here.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't allow his opponent to get back into this game. Because, like, if you look at the workers now, Hobart hasn't been making workers, like, this entire time. Whereas JJ was trying desperately to get back up.
Yeah.
Now they're even, when it was like a 20 worker difference.
Yeah. And Hobart is in fact going full Protoss. We do have a Dark Shrine being thrown down now.
Yeah, this could be very annoying. However, since he already got Oracles out, like JJ does have a couple spores. Like he has a spore at each base, so he's not going to completely die to this. But this will still be very annoying, especially like even if he doesn't use the Dark Templars fully, if he builds them. You can always just turn them into Archons, and with Warp Prism, you can get a lot of value out of a couple of Archons.
I suppose the one awkward thing is because he went Stargate, there's also spores in all the mineral lines now.
Yeah, like it's almost like he unintentionally forced a response to Dark Templars by doing something else.
Yeah, so that's a little weird, but he's actually going to move out now with his army here.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. So you kind of want to threaten, make sure that the the Zerg player isn't only building drones. He's at 60 right now, which is a decent amount of drones for a Zerg to be at. But like still, you don't want him to just bump his way up to 70, 80 drones.
Yeah, he is forcing a lot of roaches out now. He's gonna use Revelation to kill some creep. So
yeah, not bad.
We'll push the creep back, but it looks like that's kind of the extent of what he wants to do here for now.
Yeah, his army is not very beefy. It's zealots, not zealots, adept stalkers, and a couple void rays. 4 void rays in total with this army right now.
And we do have a Warp Prism actually flying into the main right now. It did fly through about 3 Overlords, so JJ should know this is here.
Yeah, no response.
Currently not really reacting to it.
Yeah, no response from either player as of yet. Very easy to miss just a tiny blip on the map when you're not paying full attention. And some Dark Templars being warped in here. They're targeted right on that layer. So, yeah, but JJ does react.
He is reacting, but this Spore Crawler is actually going to go down. And now there's no detection. There's no Overseer or anything, so
wow.
He's going to start wailing on drones. Cut through actually a lot of them again.
Yeah, he's even trapped them in the corner there. Fortunately, JJ does mineral walk them out. These Dark Templars are going to get a lot of value. Just a tad too slow on the reaction there from JJ. And yeah, look, these Dark Templars, they're picking off the Hydros Den. But we do have Overseers coming out here now. And they will finish off these Dark Templars. Even some more Zealots and Dark Templars warped in there from the Warp Prism. Gonna get picked off there, pushed away.
Overall, pretty good though. That was surprisingly a lot more than I thought he would have gotten off those DTs.
One thing though is that like Hobart's army still remained very light. He doesn't really have any high DPS units other than these Void Rays. But the Void Rays are pretty squishy in a straight up fight, especially if he fights where the queens are.
Yeah.
He has 1 Immortal out right now, and he's getting a second one. He'll really need some more heavy hitting units with this army comp before I feel like he can really solidify himself in the game.
We also have a Fleet Beacon coming out.
Oh, is he gonna do the thing where he builds carriers and just wins.
It's looking like it. But the one worry here actually is he has no upgrades at all.
Oh wow,
His opponent's on 2-1 actually.
that's pretty significant, especially for like the units that they have. Yeah, roaches on with upgrades, like they're not the best, but they'll definitely beat stalkers and adepts with no upgrades.
Yeah, because we're kind of getting to the point where it's starting to really. There's going to be a fight eventually. We're getting to the point where you may just want to beef up your army as much as possible, and
Yeah.
without upgrades.
Especially if these Hydras popping in now. Like, Hydras with upgrades are pretty scary. Especially since Hobart's army has so many Void Rays in it. And Stalkers and Adepts. Like, the Hydras are just going to eat right through those of 2-1 right now.
Yeah, we do see some Archons being morphed now using that DTs, trying to do what it's left for.
We also have Carriers coming out on 1 Stargate.
Alright, so we have Carrier, DT, Archon, Adept, Stalker, Void Ray, Immortal.
Yeah, not necessarily what I'd go for. Is like just all over the place of what he wants to build here.
Yeah, it's the new Protoss Deathfall. He is starting to get +1 weapon ground now, but he's not going to be able to hold a 4th, and he may not be able to hold this 3rd now.
Yeah. He has a decent position here at this area, so he would be able to get a decent concave on the Zerg army here. Yeah, these Void Rage just cleaning right through everything. Didn't have enough Hydras when he pushed out here, I think. So he lost a lot of army. He will be resupplying his army with about 20 Hydras here.
So yeah, the good thing is, although he did lose a lot of army, he's kind of... Obviously, both players have big banks for now. But he's really the only one mining that much, because the Natural's starting to get mined out. The main's almost mined out. And so he does have to worry about this push-up from Hobart here.
Yeah, these Void Rays are definitely not what you want fighting by themselves. His army is very disjointed, Hobart's is, in this fight here. These Void Rays are just pumping out so much damage. Oh, and this Hydra's coming in. We should be able to force Hobart back. Losing a lot there, actually, even taking a supply deficit. All he has now are his expensive units, and you definitely don't want to be fighting with just these.
Yeah, and again, he's only producing out of 1 Stargate, so he only does have 1 carrier right now. He's chrono boosting and trying to get as many as he can, but...
Yeah, like, 1 carrier doesn't change a fight. Definitely want those in large chunks.
Yeah, as we say, Reddit doesn't complain about 1 carrier.
Yeah.
JJ getting a little antsy here, looking for fights, and he's actually going to get a pretty good one at the end of it, though.
Yeah, picking off all of these adepts here. He really should be trying to target these Hydras on the air units. We'll pick off another Void Ray there, but holy crap, that's a lot of gateways pumping out adepts, and Hydras can't fight against adepts that well.
Yeah, he's kind of lost the roach front to this army.
I mean, like, I don't blame him for trying to end it right now, because if I see a carrier, I'm probably going to get startled. You're gonna want to end the game, because he has no clue that he's only pumping out 1 carrier at a time. He's like, for all he knows, there's 8 Stargates pumping out carriers in full force. But
yeah, unfortunately, Hobart's really starting to run out of money here. His bank is gone. He's got 6 minerals. He's got 3 patches left at his natural. His 3rd has 35 out of 16 workers.
Yeah,
he's trying to get the 4th up now.
JJ's just A-moving a lot here, and these Hydras are just going to keep picking away at these interceptors. Not necessarily the most cost-effective. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of weird, though, because while it's not cost-effective, when you only have this small of a carrier count, it's actually kind of valid.
Yeah.
Because you kind of can just pick away at those, and then the carriers are just expensive paperweights that aren't even good for paperweights because they're floating.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely feel, though, if JJ would just maybe target some of these air units a bit with his Hydras, you would be able to do a bit more.
Yeah. But he is still massing. He is a very large bank.
Yeah, and he has access to a lot of minerals here and a lot of gas. He's taken almost all the bases on his side of the map, except for the gold base. Whereas we see the Protoss players just started to take this bottom left base, that's his 4th. And as you said earlier, like he's just mining out, he's running out of resources. JJ can just keep trading cost inefficiently with him because he has access to a lot more than Hobart does.
Yeah, we actually see a very large roach force, or rather Hydralisk force, popping out now, and the Overseers are going to drop their little weird sack things that become zealots. Does he know about this force? Yeah, okay, so he does know the force there. So he's going to probably either gun straight for it or...
Yeah.
Yep, looks like he's going to set up right up here.
Ooh, this is good. I like how JJ is playing this, because he knows, like, you can't just A-move towards the enemy army. And
yeah, he's actually got the army trapped here.
Yeah, the army's not going to be leaving this area. With all these Hydras and Roaches just pushing in, dealing so much damage. Not enough carriers, not enough adepts, not enough units. Yeah, and Hobart looks like he's going to be losing this game here. Without this fourth base, he's not going to have the money to build up anything else, and he doesn't have any units.
Yeah, kind of a last desperation wave of adepts here, but I'm pretty sure that's, with those falling, that should be the game.
Yeah. These Hydras are, pretty well upgraded. They pump out a lot of damage, and with this, like, you're just not going to have any more probes. That one carrier tries desperately to save the day, but unfortunately, interceptors can only do so much.
Carriers aren't that broken, unfortunately. He is killing the changelings, though, so he is getting a small victory where he can.
Yeah.
But that'll be
called
it.
by Hobart.
GG. So that is 2-0 Formless Bearsloths.
Yeah. That was a very strong showing there from Psionic Gaming's players.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't even say that game was that bad. He did get a really early lead, and it kind of sucks where it's like, oh, I had this super early lead, and then I threw it. But it's better than, man, I sucked all game and then lost. So...
yeah, definitely not a good feeling when you lose a game that you've been ahead for so long, but... yeah, we'll see if they can bring it back. Alright. We'll be loading into the third set here. Another Platinum set on Echo.
And continuing and playing as many rotations of matches, or matchups that we can play without a Terran,
Yeah.
we have a PvP. So we have literally every single matchup that's possible that doesn't involve a Terran. That's impressive.
Yeah, making me sad. Just want to cast some of my fellow Terrans, but not today.
All right. In the top left from Psionic Gaming, they are down 0-2. It is the OG Goku.
And down here in the bottom right, we have playing for Formless Bearsloths. It is Euthermial.
It's like euthermal, except some syllables crashed into it.
Yeah. Alright. Let's see how this game turns out. I don't know much about either of these players. Haven't seen them play before. Euthermial's name is one I think I've read a lot. Like, I've seen his name, like, places. And I always remember it because it sounds like euthermal. But other than that...
we do have a slightly faster gas out of Euthermial. If you want to like type how to pronounce your name in chat, I really don't want to butcher it for the entire game. If you're watching, if you're not watching, shame on you for not watching, and I'm going to butcher the hell out of your name.
Yeah, if you don't watch, you deserve it.
So we see the standard kind of early 2 gates out of OG Goku. Well, we only see 1 gate. Nope, we do see 2 gates out of both players. So,
yeah, probably a wise decision. As most people know, a lot of people in CTL tend to cheese since this is only best. It is only best of ones. Yeah, so we'll definitely see a lot of aggressive and cheesy builds. Definitely safer to just go for that double gateway opening.
One thing to note is Euthermial does actually have a much faster second gas than his opponent, so we'll see if that leads somewhere.
Yeah, but one of his gases only has 2 out of 3 workers on it. I'm not. I somehow I doubt that's intentional. I don't think there's any really specific builds where you have 5 workers mining gas.
Probably not. So we do see 2 stalkers coming out of your theme meal, so it looks like he will kind of start off being a little bit more defensive.
Yeah, generally you see, the aggressive player will get the adept, but yeah, as we see both these players, it's getting the stalker. And we even see a proxy gateway coming down here for Euthermio. And
Yeah.
robotics player coming out here for OG Goku.
So while this is kind of a very far proxy gateway in all things considered, Echo is not exactly the best map to hide proxies on.
Yeah, there's not really a lot of locations I would think of to hide other than there.
Yeah, I don't think this will be scouted, but it is a pretty far distance away in all things considered.
Yeah, especially for what his opponent's going for. It looks like, yeah, he's won 1 base. He's getting a Twilight Council and a Robo facility. Definitely no macro going on here.
Yeah, bit of a rough macro game right now, but right now OG Goku does have the better tech by far. He's down a gateway, but he does have a council and a robotics facility, so
we'll see what he decides to get out of this too. Yeah.
Yeah, Nex is finally going down for one of these players. It's really weird because I feel like we're not saying a lot right now, but I feel like that's also because we're kind of waiting to see what this proxy gateway is for. Because really nothing's happening.
Yeah, like, this is so weird, like getting all this on 1 base, and then like they're both just like, yeah, I guess we'll just throw that in an expansion. That's
it's
fine.
like they both were expecting each other to cheese each other, and then, oh, all right, well, I guess we're not cheesing each other anymore.
Yeah, I guess, hey, let's just throw down some excesses. Like, very weird.
Hey, whatever. StarCraft is a play your way kind of game, like Diablo 3.
Yeah.
Stalker going to poke up. Looks like he's almost scouting his 3rd for proxies, but he won't find anything. He'll head back. So neither player does know about the expansion of the other, so they both might be still a little wary right now.
Yeah. OG Goku, though, is going to get a lot of info here. He does have an observer right about to head into Euthermio's base, so he should be able to see what's going on. Whereas Euthermio's Robo is just about to finish, so he's not going to have any way of seeing what's going on the other side of the map for quite a while.
He does see the Robo with the observer. Looks like he's got rallied to head for the expansion next. Overall, I can't say I've seen Proxy Gateway into nothing before.
Yeah, like, I guess, like, if that stays there the whole game, then it's no big deal, because he just warps into units anyways, but...
Oh, yeah, it's
just weird.
It's really weird. Alright, so the Observer will see the natural expansion. We do have Blink almost finished along with a Warp Prism, so looks like we'll see some Blink Stalker play. So, yeah, looks like we're kind of transitioning into that sort of safe standard PvP.
Yeah. With these Blink Stalkers, though, he's going to have a lot easier time dealing with his opponent, because his opponent only has, like, non-Blink Stalkers and Sentries, which, like, that's not what you really want to fight versus Blink Stalkers. Like, you literally just have worse Stalkers and then Sentries. So...
Yeah. We do see the... Is this the first Immortal out now? Yeah. First Immortal out will cause OG Goku to push, but Euthermial does see this army with his Observer, so it looks like he's going to swing around trying to catch this. Guardian Shield popped.
Yeah, does OG Goku know, like, is watching? He's not blinking his units. Oh, God.
Yeah. A lot of good stalkers off those force fields. It's almost like OG Goku doesn't have Blink, but he does.
Yeah, I guess just not reacting in time.
Yeah. Let's see if he saves that Immortal, because that's obviously the important part of this army. A lot of stalkers swarming in behind it, though.
There's a huge difference in the amount of army units that both these players have.
Yeah.
So, taking not so great a fight, and if Euthermial can just put off some more force fields here, he can really do a good job. Ooh, accidentally clicking on these rocks.
A little annoying, but he does have a really large lead.
And he's
He has 5 stalkers warping in somewhere. Is that at home? No, it's the warp prism in the middle of the map.
Yeah.
And he's taking out 2 gateways now with that pile on.
Mothership core goes down. That's unfortunate. Yeah. Just now utilizing his blink.
He's got some pretty good blink micro. It's just I don't think it's going to be enough.
Yeah. Just a little bit too late. If he had blinked all of his stalkers earlier on, I feel like he could have done a lot better. But yeah, good game is called.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, proxy gateway into just more gateways kind of works out well.
Yeah. Still that build for ladder, you know, do whatever. All right.
Yeah. So 3-0 Formless Bearsloths now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, last season Formless was a pretty strong team, so it's not too surprising to see them kind of beating up on newer guys this season. Yeah. All right. Now we're going to be going into Newkirk Precinct. Sorry.
All right. Here in this city, in the bottom right, as the green Protoss, we have Psionic's Wrench.
And over here in the bottom left, we have, playing for Formless Bearsloths, it is Mr. Hyde. He's also their captain.
So again, continuing our trend of literally no Terrans allowed.
Yeah, this is a no Terran league. Chobo stands for the keep all these Terrans out.
If you don't speak Korean, thankfully, we do. We will translate. But yeah, looks like we'll see another ZVP. Newkirk's kind of a... I don't know. I never liked this map in ZVP.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's the tile set or if it's everything else about it, but...
It definitely feels very weird. Yeah. The bases are kind of like... Even though they're close, they're kind of far away. Like, from where your units need to be. If that makes sense, like there's a lot of space.
Yeah. I'm also not a fan of the air distance. It's just a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, especially when the Protoss can just get oracles.
So we will see where this heads. Drone scout, not usually what we see in a in ZVP anymore, but hey, why not?
Yeah, I guess just a nice sense of mind knowing your opponent's not 4-gate zealot rushing you.
Yeah, and he does see the Nexus going down, so that's at least something.
Yeah.
We do have a probe headed towards the 3rd location, ready to block that when the time comes. And, actually heading out towards the 4th location. Maybe this isn't to block, but instead to build.
Yeah, proxy location. Let's see. Definitely don't feel like this is just gonna go home. This is not the path home.
Either that or he's taking the scenic tour.
Yeah,
it is a very beautiful map in some locations. There's some grass here and there. No, it looks like he's just going home.
Yeah, you know, not what I would have done, you know.
Yeah, but, you know, who are we to judge? We don't play Protoss.
I guess. It's a different mindset you have to be in. Alright. We have an early Evo chamber here for Hyde, actually. Is he going to go for some link drops, maybe?
It's a possibility, especially on this map, which again we mentioned the air distance, and he does have the overlords. That's the name of the unit, positioned well for that. So
yeah, I think that's what it's gonna look like. Though I feel like that Evo chamber is really, really early if that's the case.
Yeah, although he does have a good number of lings coming out. He's got 6 now with 2 more in production. And that's 8, and you know, I don't think it's a coincidence, because 8's exactly how many fit to an Overlord. And yep, there it is.
Yeah, see that Overlord morphing in. You zoom in on the Overlord cocoon, like, is that like teeth at the bottom?
God, I hope not.
It's pretty scary.
Can only
Pretty
hope
spooky.
not. Especially because you have to get in there, right?
Yeah.
Like as a Zergling.
I guess like that's where they'd climb up, right? Like just climb on the teeth.
Yeah, let's stop talking about this.
Alright.
We actually see 14 more lings coming out here, so he's actually looking to be a little more aggressive with this, along with the ling drop.
Yeah, it's not going to be an Overlord drop, it's going to be an Overlord elevator.
Yeah. Or he could just be annoying and hit the main with a drop and then just kind of run into the natural.
Yeah.
We will see. It looks like it's going to be an elevator, though, just based on where all the lings are rallied to. And does Wrench see this? He does see this, but I don't know if his camera's there.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're pulling the probes now, moving the mothership core into position, and perfectly timed. Whoops, almost perfectly timed. But the lings come into the natural here, and they're gonna start picking away at these probes. This is very annoying for Wrench to deal with.
We actually have a lot more lings coming out still. 20 more in production right now.
Yeah, he is not gonna be able to save his natural. That was a pretty bad photon overcharge there, I think, on that weakened pylon there. Like, he's just gonna lose it. And these lings could just, they're going to flood right into the main, pushing these adepts out of the way, or even just surrounding them here and killing them.
And there's actually going to be a good number of lings left over from this, too, so it's not like this is even done. Not quite yet enough energy on the motion core. It's actually too short right now for another overcharge.
Yeah. And
it's going to get it just now, and...
This probe train's not going anywhere.
Yeah, and lings finished off the Nexus in the natural, so... Oof.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Wrench. I don't think he can just... Like, he'll just not be able to produce enough to kill all of these lings. Especially if the lings kill this pylon here. That's all of his gateways unpowered except for one.
Yeah, this is looking kinda over.
Yeah.
And it's weird because I don't even think this was necessarily intended to kill.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those decisions that like a Zerg can kind of make on the fly, where you know they see a weakness and their killer instinct just kicks in, and they know, okay, I just need to build things here, and then I can win.
Yeah. Overall, I can't really say this was a poor plan, considering it works.
Yeah. Nothing left here at all, really, for Wrench. Yeah, I guess just digesting this loss a bit, thinking about what happened. You know,
fantasy GG timing and all. He does have a probe left and a mothership core, so in theory, okay.
Yeah, you never know.
We should see GG eventually here. I don't think it'll be too much longer.
I guess maybe Wrench maybe just got up to take, get a drink or something.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's not like you have much else to do.
Yeah. His APS is 0, so...
Yeah. No malice assumed here. It's most likely just like, well, I died. Maybe he meant to type GG.
Yeah, you never know.
Like, he thought he hit enter and then he, like, went to the bathroom.
Yeah. Alright.
Oh, see, he just came back from the bathroom and so I didn't hit enter and he fixed it.
Yeah, he's like, whoops. I don't know, maybe he just want to let Hyde kill his base.
Hey, maybe. Alright, well, that's game. Officially 4-0 now.
Yeah. We'll keep going for the rest of the set. Well, we only have one other set at the moment. The other players did not upload their replays. So, we won't be able to watch set 6. Or sorry, we won't be able to watch set 5 or set 7. We only have set 6 to watch, and that'll be the last replay for tonight. Alright. So this is going to be on Funny Research Station, and we finally did it. We got a Terran.
Yes, finally.
Yeah, and probably one of the best Terrans in the league at the moment. Right now, Dante. And speaking of him, he's spawning up here in the top middle, playing in the red for Formless Bearsloths. It is Dante.
And in the south location from Psionic Aftermath. God, I feel like I keep screwing that, but regardless, it is Jedi Sushi.
So Dante is a player I think is a pretty good player in the CTO. He's performed pretty well. Definitely taken a lot of games. I guess talking about the server. Yeah. See what Dante decides to go for this game. I don't really know what Dante's preferred play style is in Terran. Oh, I had to pause. Alright.
Bit of a debate over the server, but it looks like it worked out.
Alright. Dante's just going for that gas first into probably Reaper Fast Expand. Sushi's getting that outside base first up, or like right off the bat here. No pool as of yet. And we'll see what he decides to go for this game.
Yeah, normally we do see Zergs kind of, again, taking a page from Dark and opening pool first, just to not die to like 3 Rex Reaper. But luckily for him, there's not a 3 Rex Reaper coming.
Yeah, and he did drone scout, so he knows what's going on. He knows, there's no barracks across the map.
Yeah.
And we see that SCV going over down to the natural to build that natural expansion.
All right, so we will be heading into a standard TVZ for now.
Yeah. See what Dante decides to do, if he goes for a 2-on-1 or if... yeah, with that factory being plopped down, I have a feeling it's going to be that 1-2 build of Hellions and Cyclones.
All the rage these days.
Yeah, it's pretty good actually for what Jedi Sushi did there. Is as soon as he seen that factory go down, he took that gas, and that's going to be pretty annoying for Dante actually, because he's going to have to get a gas at his second base, and it's not going to be in time for what he wants. So this is actually going to delay the amount of Cyclones that are going to come out with this build, and also the amount of just units in general, because his second factory is going to be so late. We see that Reaper coming over here fighting these Lings.
And now we see the sort of standard TVZ dance. Reaper jumps up, Lings run at, Reaper jumps down.
Yeah.
It's like a ballet, except there's only one move, and that's up and down a cliff.
Yeah. Dante told me that he did play this game on a laptop. So he said that's the reason why he was playing mech.
Oh, I thought that was going to be his excuse for losing the Reaper.
I don't know. This would probably be his excuse for anything bad he does this game. I was on a laptop, guys. I was on a laptop. Come on. Yeah. See some Hellions coming out here. Looks like since his second gas was taken, he's not going to opt for that Hellion Cyclone play. Getting a starport now. I guess he's just going to play a more standard game. Get the medevac out. Yeah.
So it looks like we might see a Hellion drop then.
Yeah, that's what I'd say too. Probably gonna put on some pressure of those Hellions. Maybe even transition back into bio after.
We will see. Right now, the response from Jedi Sushi is just kind of take a third base, macro up. It's not coming yet, so
yeah,
get some queens up, be ready for it. And he does actually have an Overlord in a very good position to see if a drop is coming.
Dante scans the main here to see what's up. No lair as of yet, so it doesn't have to worry about Hellions anytime soon. Or not Hellions, sorry, Mutas anytime soon. Jedi Sushi will be the one worried about Hellions as they're coming across the map here in this medevac. But he does scout it.
He has many opportunities to see it, so he should react here.
Yeah, and we see
yep.
Lings moving down. I don't think that's enough Lings though to deal with 4 Hellions. Yeah, especially if he lets them all get out like that.
If they all get out, it's going to be a little rough. Does go for a good surround and does not quite find it, but he does kill one at least.
Yeah, pushes him back. Very good play from micro there. Whoops, from Jedi Sushi. Dante's going to send these Hellions right back. Not necessarily what I think I would do in that situation. But looks like that's what Dante's deciding.
But at the same time, he does force out a lot of Lings, and okay, you got Lings, I'll just leave.
Yeah, Dante's...
And now he's up 6 workers, actually.
Dante's going into the back play here. We got 2 more factories coming down. And he's only making Hellions right now.
Yep, and we got a lot of Hellions coming across the map now, just driving in their car.
This will be very good if Sushi only makes Lings for this entire game.
Yeah. Roach Warren's actually about halfway done now, so he's going to have to rely on Lings and Queens to defend this, and they're turning into Hellbats, which is even more annoying.
Yeah, that'll actually make these medevacs useful. The medevacs can drop them, and it can also heal them. So these Hellbats with these Marines are going to get a lot done, I think.
Yeah, this is actually a really kind of scary push. He's actually really doesn't have a way to stop this
Yeah, this is very like not expected. Like this is not something you see every day. This is like 12 Hellbats running to your base. This is not something you expect.
Yeah, especially with the two medevacs just keeping it up. Those medevacs have plenty of energy too.
Yeah,
7 roaches now in production along with the lair, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna have to throw away that expansion.
yeah, and like roaches are good versus Hellbats, but not in small numbers. And as we see here, Dante can just fight right up this ramp.
Yeah.
But I guess just holding back a bit. I don't know what he's waiting for.
Um, in theory, I think he just doesn't want to walk up the ramp into. He may think there's just a lot more roaches, and he may just want to wait for like a cyclone and some tanks. Because it's not like he's even in a bad spot right now. It's not like the Zerg's in a good way to recover. If he waits about a minute or two and then kind of holds this ramp and then just takes it with a cyclone with cyclones and a tank or two.
Yeah, that's true. Banely Nest finishing here for Sushi. But yeah, Dante is really taking control of this game. And it looks like he's going to drop the natural and just leave these Hellbats at the front door.
He's even got 7 Marines with this too, so yeah, he may have a bit of firepower. Unfortunately, he's fighting over 2 Queens and a Spore Crawler, so he does get everything out of the medevacs though.
Yeah, but still, these Hellbats will roast a lot of these drones
Yeah.
here.
And then we have Hellions running into the main, trying to sneak past these Lings and Roaches, not really succeeding too well, but
Yeah, still,
yeah,
just,
he's in.
very good unit trading here. Like, it doesn't matter really. Like, for Dante, like if these Hellbats survive, like they're just Hellbats. They're just mineral sink. Especially since he's already gone into Cyclone tank production here.
Yeah. Looks like he'll scan, see that it's basically just roaches and not a whole lot of drones.
Yeah. Looks like Sushi's probably just going to walk across the map and try to kill. Let's see what Dante's doing though. He's moving his units out, which I don't think is a good idea. Especially if Sushi's army keeps going, but they don't. They turn back. I guess, yeah, he did see these units. He's going to go try to fight them, I guess.
And now it's Dante's turn to pull back.
Yeah.
Both players a little skittish here.
Yeah, I guess Sushi has no clue what's on the other side of the map, though. So I can understand his apprehension about doing anything.
Yeah. He's trying. It looks like he's just going to try to squeeze out as many roaches as he can at this point, and then go for a push, which he kind of has to. He's down to 29 workers to Dante's 54. He does have 1-1, which is something. Although Dante does have +1 attack, which on tanks is obviously pretty nice.
Yeah, that'll definitely make fights go pretty well for Dante if his tanks are sieged up.
Yeah, I gotta be completely honest. I don't see this working out.
Yeah.
This is a lot of cyclones, and then is that 4 tanks? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Cyclones alone could fight most of these roaches. Cyclones are pretty good, and with Hellbats to support, like, there's just not a lot of utility for the Zerg army to deal with all of these tanks and Cyclones.
Yeah, well, he does kind of catch him out of position here. This is a little awkward.
Yeah, I guess this will ensure that the units have to fight here, like they can't leave. But
yeah,
ooh, some
good
nice
Ravager
battles
bounce,
hitting.
but he just doesn't have the Ravager count he needs really to kill those tanks as fast, and that'll begin.
Yeah, with these Cyclones just shredding everything. Yeah, Sushi's just lost far too much this game. GG's called. And that's the end of the series.
Not quite. Because apparently a player from Psionic, I don't know if he's the captain, has uploaded the replays because he was in the chat.
Oh, nice. I guess we'll keep casting then. Alright. Let's see. We got Diet Monster versus Calmo.
Mm-hmm. Well, you set that up. I'm going to grab some water real quick.
Sure thing. Big shout out to Passion, the captain of Psionic Aftermath. Thanks for uploading these replays, dude.
All right.
All right, welcome back. Okay. All right, you ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now we'll load into a game here on Overgrowth.
So this is our other diamond set.
Yep.
That's the master set.
All right, spawning down here on the left in the light pink, playing for Psionic Aftermath. It is Diet Monster.
And of course, you would leave me Formless Bearsloths, Calmo or something.
Yeah,
Going with Calmo.
Calmo sounds right. All right, another PvP. A lot of Protoss and Zerg players on these teams. Not many of my fellow Terrans.
Yeah, we did get to see at least one today, so that's something.
Yeah.
I do want to say really quick that Passion actually is the captain of Psionic Aftermath, so thanks for being in chat, and thanks for uploading those replays.
Yeah. Passion's a pretty cool dude. He's been pretty helpful ever since our team joined the league. Huge shout out. He's a great guy.
Well, hopefully we'll get to see his team take a victory or two.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of to be expected. I think a lot of newer teams, coming in here, it's very easy to lose a lot of games. Something you need a lot of experience, or not a lot, but like you need some experience for, just to consistently win your sets. Took me a while when I was captain of All In, but eventually, you'll get the hang of it.
Yeah, well, right now we do have the perfect mirror build, as both players are literally doing each other's build perfectly.
Yeah. Let's see which player goes for that patented proxy gateway into an expansion build. But,
yeah. To be fair, on Overgrowth, there's a lot more places to hide it, at least.
Yeah, and a lot more chances for it to do something, maybe.
Oof. Yeah. Right now, though, both players are literally just kind of playing the same game. Well, this is kind of the first real branching point. We'll see if one of them goes Adepts and one goes Stalkers or what.
Yeah, but each player has a probe like scudding around each other's base too. Yeah, let's see here. Calmo decides to go for one Stalker, Mothership Core, and Warp Gate. Then his opponent goes for 2 Stalkers and gateways, or Warp Gate. Sorry.
Yeah, so we do finally see a slight deviation in these builds. Mothership Core obviously a little bit more defensive, gets that energy up a little bit faster. But 2 Stalkers is also pretty defensive. Looks like Calmo's actually looking for proxies right now. Unfortunately, there are none for him to find. Both players are actually looking for proxies right now. Both players very, very nervous.
Yeah. This is, not sure if it's just PvP these days. I guess, it's just got Protoss players scared. They don't know what to do. They don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, it is, like you said, though, it is best of ones in Shobo Team League. So, might as well be careful.
Yeah. You only got one shot. And we do see here a robo facility coming out here for Calmo. And one for Diet Monster as well. Those pretty delayed. Though his expansion is up a bit quicker.
Yeah. Overall, kinda pretty even still. He does have the faster robo, but I don't know. It's just kind of a really even game. Do have a Twilight Council though, so finally some sort of real branch.
Yeah, I wonder what these players are gonna do. They've been very defensive, like all this game. Even like similar actions for their units mostly. The only divergence we've really seen with like actions here is Diet Monster's taken both of these Zelnaga towers. So that's really gonna help him get a lot of like presence on the map and just know what's going on. He knows that there's no units coming out here for Calmo. So he should realize that Calmo's not going for something like really aggressive, or probably isn't. And if he is, he'll get some advance warning.
And we have charge being started.
Yeah, by Diet Monster. He's really going into this like, I guess like powering stage here. You know, he's getting his upgrades going, whereas Calmo's been building a lot of units. I feel like it's almost Diet Monster's response to the fact that he sees nothing. Like, he doesn't see Calmo moving out on the map, so he knows he's safe to get these upgrades, you know?
Yeah. It is a little weird because normally what you see in PvP kind of these days is, you know, blink stalkers into stalker destructor play, but it is charged. He hasn't canceled it, so it's not like it was a mistake or anything. So
yeah,
yeah.
Charge Immortals can charge Zealots plus Immortals can be very strong. You know, it's just kind of almost like countering compositions. Like, charge Zealots and Immortals can be very good versus Stalker Disruptor. And then just like Blink Stalker Immortal is very good versus Charge Lot Immortal, I believe. I'm no expert.
Yeah, we do see a Robo Bay now for both players, though, so looks like we will eventually see some disruptors. But right now we do see a push-out finally from Calmo, one of the two. One of those two players is now pushing out across the map with his Stalker force.
Yeah. Charge is finished here for these Zealots, and we do have an Immortal out. So these Zealots are going to be pretty efficient at fighting against these Stalkers. Like, it doesn't matter if he's losing a couple of Zealots here. They're only 100 minerals. Very cheap units.
Actually getting a lot of work done, too.
Yeah, it picks off an Immortal right before that huge force engages. Really just doing a good job of slowing this push down, even to the point where I think Calmo might retreat.
Yeah. +1 weapons paying dividends for Diet Monster here.
It's even, as you said, like, he's going into that Disruptor tech now. And Calmo's going into Colossus.
Weird. Normally we do see Disruptor, but he's getting Colossus, probably because of the Zealot. He's throwing down a second Robo now. But he is starting to fall behind in upgrades, because +2 is starting now for Diet Monster, and it's, you know, if that happens and it's 2-0 versus 1, like 0-0, it's pretty rough.
Yeah, especially since he has Charge. Like, Zealots have a very high amount of DPS, and with Charge, he can just get right on top of everything. It's interesting that he goes for Charge Lots and then Disruptors, because, like, he'll probably be killing a lot of his own Charge Lots with the Disruptors. But I guess it's not that big a deal.
Yeah. Right now he's kind of just setting up pretty well with that Warp Prism. He's kind of warping in, sort of fortifying his position while he takes his third.
Yeah, but Calmo's third is significantly faster than Diet Monster's in this game. But I would say his tech is a lot further behind. We even see Immortals coming out here. Ooh, that Colossus is going to pick off those Disruptors, but these Zealots are getting right on top of everything. Just wiping everything out here. There's no way that Calmo can escape from this, really. That Warp Prism picks up the Immortal, but all those Stalkers get cleaned right up. And
yeah, this is...
Calmo is going to be on the defensive.
Yeah, he does have 2 Colossi about to pop out, but he's facing down what will soon be +2 weapons, along with a lot of Zealots.
Yeah. Oh. And these units not in a good position here, even targeting the rocks for a moment by accident. You know, just backed into a corner here. These charged Zealots are very good in this matchup. Just being able to get right on top of everything and do so much DPS. You see all of these Zealots being warped in here, and GG is called. That's Psionic's first game of the season that they've won. Good game.
Congratulations to them. Overall, just kind of a very well executed PvP.
All right, so now we'll be moving on to the last set. That'll be the Masters set, or the Ace match.
Mm-hmm. Which is a best of 3, correct?
Yep. Alright. So the first game in the safe set is played on Habitation Station. We have Cusco versus Donald Trump. Both of them are
be...
very fun cartoon characters.
Yeah. Alright, in the top right, for Psionic Aftermath, after his victory in the election, he's here to claim victory in the Chobo Team League. It is Donald Trump.
Yeah. And over here on the left, we have playing in red for Formless Bearsloths. It is Cusco.
Mm-hmm. I think he also goes by Vedovin or something like that.
Yeah. But
so,
yeah, ever since Blizzard started like switching to about like the BNet IDs, I believe, it's been a lot harder to know who's who.
Yeah. So we do, in our ace match here, we do have a nice ZVZ. So unfortunately there is no more Terran for today.
Yeah. And a very early pool coming out here for Cusco. I don't know what the timing on that was, but it looks like a 12 pool.
Yeah, it seems like it's very, very early. I'm pretty sure that it would have to be a 12 pool, yeah.
And we have an early pool coming out here for Donald Trump too, followed by a hatchery. He is getting gas as well. So, yeah, we'll see what happens out of this. But Cusco's getting speed already. And Donald Trump's spawning pool is about to finish. But by the time he gets any Zerglings out, there's going to be a Zergling inside his base, probably.
Yeah. He does have an... It's a very fast Evo chamber. But no Lings yet.
Yeah, interestingly, getting that Evo chamber very early. We'll see what happens. Cusco's pooling these Lings for now.
Yeah, but it looks like now is over. And unfortunately, he flies in right when Donald Trump spots these, so...
Yeah, very unlucky there for Cusco. Getting spotted basically immediately. Means that there's going to be a lot fewer larvae dedicated to making drones, which Cusco definitely would have preferred.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the overall idea behind pooling the Lings, but he does have speed almost finishing, and he's getting right next to the base. This looks like this is actually pretty well timed out.
Yeah. Baneling has started for both players, but Cusco's already at the natural. And
Donald Trump building a wall and making Cusco pay for it here on the ramp. You knew it was coming, and I will not disappoint you.
That was a nicely memed there.
Thank you.
Cusco's gonna force his way right up this ramp here. Gonna take it that queen. Ooh, he did trade somewhat inefficiently there, but it doesn't really matter of how many Lings he's already pooled. I don't think that Donald Trump will be able to just, I guess, get the amount of Lings out that he needs. He's gonna have to fight with his drones to make up for this, but he does have his natural up.
Yeah, and we do have 2 Banelings morphing, so this should eventually stabilize, provided he gets good enough connections.
Yeah.
Actually, this is a little dangerous.
Yeah.
That's gonna...
Oh! Never lucky.
Sometimes you play the
Fuck.
Sometimes you play the game, and sometimes you lose it.
Jeez, that was a very defining highly defining moment of this game.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta let it out. And right now,
yeah,
both players kind of in that weird phase in ZVZ where you're kind of not sure if you can stop making Lings yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Cusco is hoping to, what Donald Trump is hoping to do by moving his Lings out. I guess he just really wants to make sure his opponent just doesn't get back into this game somehow. He knows that if he needs to, he has had that extra hatchery up for a while, and he does have a worker lead. So, every minute that goes by, basically, he should be in a better position.
Yeah. So, Donald Trump is actually doing something I've seen Scarlet do a lot, which is he's getting very fast +1 tech, and he's just going to try to use a lot of Lings and Banes to kind of force this. Because +1 Lings are no joke in ZVC.
Yeah, this could be very strong, especially if he gets decent Baneling hits here. He's been smart enough to not just dive in. He knows that. Ooh, nice job from Cusco there, actually picking off a Baneling. But ooh,
Yeah, both players kind of trying to skirmish each other. Both players kind of refusing to skirmish each other, as is sort of the way in ZVZ.
Yeah, just kind of putting their banelings out there, seeing if someone will, run into them.
Yeah, oof. Both players are getting really close here on these connections. But now it looks like this sort of aggression will end now.
Yeah, they should be backing off to their own bases now. But throughout this entire time, Donald Trump's been squeezing in some workers. And he has a pretty big worker lead at this point of 26 to 18. And Cusco's just been going full on the on the Lings. He hasn't been building any drones.
Yeah, but Donald Trump does have a pretty good baneling count.
Yeah, I definitely don't think that Cusco can force his way up this ramp at all. What's Donald Trump's heading down the ramp now? And
yeah, no, the baneling's seeing the main, but a perfect split actually, very well done. Two banelings will kill two banelings.
That was pretty good. Those two banelings, if they snuck by, could have done some decent drone damage, and helped get Cusco back into this game. He's not too far behind, but he's far behind enough in ZVZ for it to matter.
Yeah. But it looks like he's going to go for Lair now.
Yeah, do you think we're going to see some mutas coming out here from Cusco? Or what's he going into, do you think?
Generally, it's Muta, especially because he doesn't have the Roach Warren down yet. So we can kind of rule out it's like a Roach push with speed. So I would assume it's going to be Mutalist. We also have a Drop Overlord being morphed next to the gold there.
Ooh. Some banelings up here from Donald Trump trying to make their way across here, but Cusco's not going to let most of them make it. In fact, only one left. These Lings are just pushing around. Oh, can we get a big hit here? Oh, 3 or 4 Lings died. Not too bad.
Doesn't cancel the third, so he's pretty confident he can hold it. He does have a lot of Lings and Banes coming.
Yeah. I'm not so sure, though. We do have some Banes here coming from Donald Trump. And, I have no clue what's going on.
A lot of explosions leading to both players having less Lings than they started with, really.
Yeah. Supplies are very close. We do have 22 Lings on the way here for Cusco. So he will be getting a tremendous amount of Lings up here. And we'll see. Has Donald Trump been training as well as he could have been?
Yeah. The one issue Donald Trump really is having right now is he's kind of having a hard time spending all his minerals.
Yeah, it's just he doesn't have the larva. He's only been on 2 base for so long. And yeah, if Cusco can just keep his third up, it's very low, but just the fact that he has it is enough to be in this game, really. Ooh, taking a bad fight there with the Lings. I don't know what the upgrades are on them. I think both +1.
It's 1. Yeah, they're both +1 attack right now. The +1 armor is about to finish here for Donald Trump.
Yeah, and that'll be a big game changer here. In fact, Cusco is probably not aware of that, and so we'll be taking fights with him thinking they're on even terms, but really they're not.
Yeah, actually just now starting his own +1 armor. So, and yeah, so we're kind of seeing the weird thing about Lair Tag and ZVZ as that third does go down finally. Is you kind of really can't always make Lair units because if you do, you die.
Oh,
and these
wow.
banelings actually connecting a little bit too early. If he had waited just a little bit longer, those would not connect him and those were cocoons and those would have all been dead.
Yeah. Donald Trump's backing off right now. Probably due to the amount of banelings that his opponent just finished and he wasn't able to stop. He has been up in workers for quite a while, 34 or 42 now to 20. So he should be fairly confident in his, in how much he's mining.
Yeah, he did just finish his own third base finally at the gold just now. So he does have at least some more larva, or equal. Actually, now he's ahead in larva. That's right. The third's dead.
Yeah.
A little bit of a scary skirmish there in the middle of the map.
Ooh, yeah. Whoops, 1 baneling for none, but he does damage those other 2 banelings.
So yeah, overall, pretty good trades to get those banelings.
Yeah, but
4 lings and a bane.
They've been trading very like evenly for most of this game, but like Donald Trump's economy just allows him to trade it, unevenly for as long as he really wants to.
Yeah, and he's got his Spire halfway done now, and
Oh,
that will
big
basically
bang.
end the game. That was. If that won't end the game, then the Spire certainly will.
Yeah. Um, we'll see what keeps going on here. Cusco definitely probably knows he's like not. He has no clue whether or not he's in this game or not because who knows what happens in ZVZ.
Yeah.
But he's gonna try to stay in this. For all he knows, Donald Trump's been on the same amount of workers as him for most of this game.
Yeah. But this is a lot right here.
Yeah, just a very slow death here for Cusco. Donald Trump's never really going in, taking those big aggressive moves. He's just poking in, trading bit by bit.
Yeah. And now we have 7 mutas coming out, and that should, although there's some lings running by into the main, that should kind of spell the end of this game. Because there's really no answer out of that from Cusco. He doesn't even see the Spire.
Yeah, and that drone's coming out here for Cusco. Unless those are 9 drones to make 9 spore crawlers, I don't think he's going to be doing that well.
Yeah, gets his first vision of the Mutalisks right there as the Overlord flies past it.
Yeah. Almost a mistake here stopping to kill this Overlord, but I guess it doesn't really matter. He's just going to be able to bank up so many mutas.
Yeah, this game's
Yeah.
should not go too much longer.
Yeah, very conservative play here from Donald Trump. Just never really taking too many risks.
Nice. Conservative.
Oh, I didn't even do that intentionally. And
He
then,
spawned the right side of the map too, and that'll be the game.
yeah, and that's game 1 of this best of 3.
All right, so Donald Trump up 1-0. Technically 2-0. Let's see if he can make it 3-0 in real life and StarCraft.
Yeah.
So we'll be going to game 2 here on Daybreak, a map older than me.
Yeah, very old map. Nice to see it still played, I guess, but yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so spawning down here in the bottom left corner of the map, we have playing for Formless Bearsloths. It is Cusco.
And the top right, Psionic's Donald Trump.
Yep. The right side of the map again, as you said.
It's almost better that he's Masters, by the way.
The alt-right side of the map, if you might say.
Okay.
Alright,
No,
yeah.
let's not force the memes too hard.
Yeah. Alright. Let's see what each of these players decides to go for. No 12 pools this game. So,
Yep, looks like both players gonna just go 17 hatch.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get a game that isn't Lingbane. That'd be nice, actually. I haven't seen a ZVZ that wasn't Lingbane in quite a while.
Donald Trump will go for Pro first. Just a more safe opening. I consider it the scissors of rock, paper, scissors, but unfortunately his opponent is going rock, throwing down a 17 hatch.
Yeah. Though it's nice to see we're not going to get too aggressive in this game. Donald Trump's probably just playing safe this game, especially after what his opponent did last game with the 12 pool. Not something you want to experience again.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, both players just kind of opening safe. Well, not necessarily safe, but very defensive.
Evo Chamber coming in here for Donald Trump as well. Maybe Overload drops?
I would expect more the fast +1 attack again than necessarily Overload drops, although it does, of course, give him the potential.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Again, seems very early. I guess, ooh, even going for that +1 before speed.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
So this does give him a slight advantage kind of in the quote-unquote mid-game of ZVC, which takes place, as you know, around like 3 minutes. So...
yeah. This is a very smart move from like the information that Donald Trump has about his opponent, which is basically my opponent likes to cheese. However, his opponent's not necessarily going for any leg and floods. But But if Donald Trump decides to go for one later in this game, that +1 will definitely be very impactful.
Yeah. But right now, Cusco just kind of pumping out drones. That's actually Donald Trump really making more lings.
Yeah. We'll see if Donald keeps making more lings in this matchup. He's getting a Baneling Nest too. Yeah. I'm really getting an aggressive vibe from this build.
Yeah.
And Cusco does spot that Baneling Nest. Let's see how far he gets into main. Not very far.
Yeah, he won't see the Evo chamber that's currently shaking and quivering.
Yeah, I didn't get vision of that.
So 7 drones coming out now from Donald Trump. Both players playing very macro heavy right now.
Yeah, not too many links coming out here. And as I say that, Cusco decides to pump out some more. This could be a pretty crappy anti-timing if he decides to just run across the map now, or like after these links finish. Because Donald Trump will have +1, and Donald Trump's getting some links too.
Yeah, so he'll be able to defend this pretty well.
Yeah, especially if both players having Baneling Nests. This will really allow both players to get be quite defensive.
Yeah, and it looks for right now like both players are actually choosing not really to attack with their lings.
Donald Trump's heading out in the map now. That Lord does spot it. And Cusco is attempting to take a third. I guess Cusco's just getting enough lings so that he feels he can defend it. Yeah, not a lot of lings here for Donald Trump. Even though he has the +1, it's not really going to be that useful at the moment.
Yeah, he really can't fight into these banes regardless of whether or not he wants to. So, looks like he'll try to sneak actually into the natural here, but it's kind of weird in ZVZ. It's kind of hard to sneak past lings.
Yeah. Let's see what he decides to do. He really wants to cancel that third base. And coming in here, that +1 will make it a lot easier for him to keep like picking away at it. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, his Baneling's not getting the best connection, so...
Yeah, especially when he's committing to the Banelings, like, aggressively as he is. Ooh, pretty bad fight from Cusco there. Kind of, like, as I said, an anti-timing. Ooh.
Oof.
That was a close one. Yeah. Kind of inefficient trades there. I guess, like, not perfect, but, you know.
Yeah. And as you were saying, he kind of took that fight right before his +1 attack finished, so a little awkward.
Currently, Donald Trump does have a small worker lead, but Cusco does have a small army lead. So I don't think Cusco's really going to take too much damage from these links, especially now that his +1 is completed.
Yeah. We do have +1 armor almost done for Donald Trump, but really this game is super similar to the last one we just saw, where Donald Trump just kind of holding a lead and then just not losing it.
Yeah. He's really just like... He's forcing his opponent to make so many lings that it doesn't even matter how long his opponents have that third hatchery up for, because by the time he gets it like up, he can't build any drones from it. Whereas Donald Trump's been up in workers this entire time.
Yeah, actually, are there any Banes left now for Cusco? Okay, he does have 2 somewhere, and there they are. So, Donald Trump really kind of just playing the exact same game. He's forcing his opponent to make a lot of Ling Bane, and then he's going to make a lot of Lings, get a couple workers here and there, and get Lair Tech.
Yeah, with those 2 Banes coming in, tried to flank, not getting any good hits. And Donald Trump's Banes are just morphing in here. Not a lot's happening.
Both players really posturing each other. But neither player really getting much out of it, although... We're already seeing some pretty good Bane trades, actually, out of Donald Trump. He's effectively killing these pretty easily.
Yeah.
He says he runs his Banes away from Banes and then finally gives up. Oh, decent connection there in the main, or the natural there, though.
Yeah. What's Donald Trump doing now? Oh, misclick probably.
Yep. And there's the Spire, so we'll see a very similar game.
Yeah, another
good lane run by, though, at the natural. Or at the third, rather, of Donald Trump.
Yeah,
we'll get cleaned up.
Not the most impactful. A lot of links coming out here for Cusco, but the Spire is on the way for Donald Trump. See if he can make that work in this game.
Yeah, so the weird thing about this is if you don't make enough mutas, which you really can't afford a whole lot of mutas right now, you can die to Lings before the mutas clean them up.
Yeah. You need to have
Especially with
enough on
plus
the
one
ground.
armor.
Does Donald Trump have +1?
Uh,
Or is it just?
I believe they both have 1/1. Yeah, they do.
Alright.
Yeah.
The Lings are gonna fight some of these Banelings here. They might be able to trade pretty efficiently, but some more Lings coming to deal with that. A lot of Banelings there from Donald Trump.
Yeah, a lot of Ling run bys happening from Cusco as well. Like he's got a couple in the natural here, but they're not really getting a whole lot because of the really good positioning of the Queen. And both players kind of posturing at each other.
Yeah. Just really like as you said, like Donald Trump's really been.
Ooh.
That was a lot of Banelings that Cusco just lost there. But Donald Trump's just been posturing for like this entire. Oh my god.
All right.
Big hits.
Now we're getting some action.
Donald Trump was 20 Lings to 83.
Yeah.
He's really far behind in the Ling count. But with these mutas coming out, if Cusco is not like wary of what he can do, he might not do it. Like, if he doesn't feel like he can deal with Donald Trump's ground army, or sorry, like deal with Donald Trump with his ground army, he might not even go for it. Like I think like he probably should just run across the map and try to do some damage.
Yeah. The couple things he does have going for him is he's not getting smacked with like 7 or 8 mutas at once. He's getting smacked very slowly with a muta flock that's building. So he kind of does have time to respond to this. Like he's getting time to actually throw down some spore crawlers at his bases now.
Yeah. Oh, big Baneling hits, killing like 20 Lings there. He is running in here. That's a lot of Banelings.
That is a lot of things.
He's gonna. Oh my god. Yeah, he's gonna have a very hard time dealing with these Banelings. Like, because you need to deal with them slowly. You can't just like constantly like run Lings in.
And he's starting to lose his own bans from the mutas and combination of Donald Trump's bans. But, so this will get cleaned up.
The fact that Queen not even dying is very low health.
Lings do sneak into the main and does kind of... God, both Queens living. One at 4 HP, one at 17 now. So... But this is not over. There's still more Lings being streamed in. There's not a whole lot of Banes left, and those are morphing, but... They should get picked off before the morph finishes. One will finish.
Yeah.
Looks like Cusco just trying to finish off this third really quick, but that Baneling's gonna finish. Ooh, oof.
Yeah. Looks like he will be able to take out this third, but he is losing a lot of Lings.
Yeah, this is a lot of Lings to trade for just a third, and he's playing this game again. I don't like it.
Yeah.
So it's scary to watch.
Donald Trump's attacking Cusco's third at the same time, and there's nothing there to defend it. So he will be able to take that out and put them back on even bases. But Donald Trump's tech is just so far ahead that it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
There's not a lot he can do. Not killing that third base there, actually. Donald Trump's Lings get forced away. But still, the fact is, like, these mutas exist. There's only 7 of them, but that's still pretty formidable.
Yeah. Donald Trump actually starting a third base, or a fourth up here at, like, the top base. Which is weird. It's not normally where you see it. And I don't think he's trying to hide it. So I'm not quite sure what that's about. But
I guess it's just unconventional.
Yeah. And now we have 5 more mutas coming out from Donald Trump. And although +2 armor is about over halfway done, it's going to be really hard to deal with this.
Yeah, these mutas can just pick off these Lings for days. Just no value really is going to be continued to gain from producing all these Lings.
Yeah, and his third's gone down now.
Even killed, not cancelled. Yeah.
Cusco's third also is dead.
Oh.
Too many Lings, which are now skirmishing. Focusing down the Spire, I mean, he'll get the Spire, but he's kind of at a point where there's a lot of mutas that he still doesn't have an answer for.
Yeah. And immediately restarts the Spire. I think I probably would have just like left it dead and then just started like investing in ground units. But
yeah, I feel like both players are playing a little too safe almost.
Yeah.
But when you're this far of a tech advantage, playing safe really doesn't hurt you. And yeah, these mutas are going to come in. There's just no answer for these right now.
Yeah, they can just pick off whatever they feel like. A couple spore colors aren't really going to fend them off that well. Like, they can just fight the spore colors if they really want to.
Yeah, and we have another huge link flood at the natural here.
Did they cancel that or kill? I think they killed.
I'm not sure, but at the natural of Donald Trump, a lot of lings flooding in. But Baneling's not even getting the best connections either. But he's gonna get the Baneling nest. So he is kind of, in a weird way, evening out the tech. But how much more does he need to kill for it to be even?
Yeah.
He's going to see the Spire being rebuilt. He's not going to kill it this time.
It's killing all the tech buildings, but the tech units are still alive.
Yeah. Not to mention that weird fourth that I was ragging on. Very good Baneling connections, but that weird fourth I was ragging on is actually paying off pretty well. And now finally a Hydra Den.
Yeah, but I don't think Cusco has the money to really afford Hydras at the moment. Like, he has a lot of gas, but like his minerals are very low. He doesn't have a lot of minerals left to mine in his main, and his natural's getting kind of dry.
Yeah.
He definitely doesn't have the economy to support enough mutas, I find, to just kill off all these mutas, because that's a decent chunk of mutas that he has.
Yeah. He's even getting grooved spines now, which is not the worst, but I don't know if he can even afford to spend the larva on it. And with those lings getting cleaned up near the third, he's really kind of in a bad spot now.
Yeah, these mutas can really just do whatever they feel like right now.
Yeah, he does have. He has the triangle of spores defending the natural.
Yeah, but nothing in the main. One spore underneath all these overlords, but that's not really going to change anything. Mutas can just target that down, and they can go ahead and kill all the tech they want. These 3 Hydras popping out aren't going to stop this. I think this game's been over for quite a bit now.
Yeah, but I think we should finally see. I think this is the official dagger now.
Yeah. This is the officially licensed Chobo Team League dagger.
TM.
You can buy it in their shop.
Oh, really? And how much would you expect to pay for such a dagger?
Well, I mean, like, the Chobo Team League emblem is very symbolic, and also very difficult to print. So I would say probably like $600, $700. You will get access to the exclusive CTL Knife Club.
Oh, nice. You know, because I would gladly pay $2,000 for a dagger like that.
Yeah.
And you're telling me it's only 10 easy payments of $499?
Yeah. Like, it's just really quite the bargain. Chobo Team League offers a lot of these great services like that, where you just give us a lot of money and we'll do great things for you.
All right.
Similar to
this game, unfortunately, is outlasting the jokes. So
yeah,
this game is not going to be too much longer for this world.
Yeah, you can tell these players care a lot about what they're playing for.
Yeah, there it finally is.
Yeah, GG is finally called.
Yep. So Psionics does get the Master set win as well as the Diamond set win. So not two bad sets to win. Yeah. Especially if you're your first match.
So final score is going to be 5-7. Or sorry, not 5-7, 5-2. It's 5 out of 7. Well played this week by both teams. Glad to be casting these.
Yeah.
All right. So that'll be all for now. For my stream, or for our stream at least. At around 9 o'clock, Boo from All In is going to be casting All In's CTL matches. I will host those on the CTL stream when that occurs. So, yeah, I think that's about it for us.
Okay.
Want to do any shoutouts while you're here?
No. I just want to thank Rival Siegfried for having me on the stream.
I appreciate it. All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.